Hi, we're back. So I have a new set of guests here. We're going to hear what they all do, but I'm going to introduce them first. We have Steve Welch, we have Dave Welch, and we have Stuart Segel. All right, so Steve, what do you have going on? There's a couple things, but what's your big thing going on right now?
Food.
That's right, food?
Food, baby, food.
All right.
Food.
So where do we get this food?
Well, we started in Jamaica Plain years ago, and then we branched out into the financial district, and we landed in Harvard Square. And now we're OG Gourmet Foods. We serve pizzas, sandwiches, salads. Yeah. OG is the Italian word for today, meaning what you get today, you might not get tomorrow.
Well, that's for sure, those specials. I have to say, Steve's the reason I have to go to the gym. Not kidding. So then we have Dave. Food?
Food.
Okay.
I'm a private chef. I deal with a lot of clients in the Cambridge area, outside the area, Wellesley, Wayland, Newton. I do a lot of specialized foods and different things like that. It's not your regular type of stuff. Very, very special.
Gotcha. Okay. And he's another person. You've sent me to the gym a couple times. And then we have Stuart.
I eat a lot of food. I own a clothing store named Mr. Sid. It's been in business for 47 years. My family, my uncle and my dad started it. I've taken it over with my brother, who is not here tonight, but we have turned this company into a very fashionable shop where some fabulous people shop with us in the city of Boston. We sell some of the finest clothing in the world, and it's right in Newton Center. So 47 years, we're carrying on that tradition, and we're proud.
That's excellent. Yeah. I can see I'm with some sharp folks tonight. I want to come back to the things
we dress all of them, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm going to do that for the next one. I'm going to go to Mr. Sid. But I want to see, we're going to come back to what you all do individually, but what got you all together? Seems to be, from what I'm seeing, a lot of like good food, fashion, kind of like a lifestyle and enjoying life. How did you all link up?
I actually met Steve in the store. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Steve came in the store. He's loves clothing, and you know, to me, we don't just sell clothing. It's about lifestyle. We have a very large store. It's about 10,000 square feet. We have a hair salon there. We have an area of our store named 1211 where we just do events, you know, promoting fine wine, fine drink, fine food. It's a business development space, which Dave has been a partner with. And we've promoted that to get young people involved with the finer things in life, which is what Mr. Sid promotes. You know, it is high-end. We have things at different price levels, but by the same token, you know, it's enjoying life, really. And that's what I think we're all sort of promoting, because he's not just another pizza place. He's not just an ordinary chef, but really, you know, it's about lifestyle and the good lifestyle.
That's wonderful, definitely. So, what are some of the types of events that you've participated in, Dave, that kind of have that lifestyle to it? Because I know you do a lot of special events. Been to a couple of them, and I have to say they were great.
Yes, well, working with Mr. Sid, we do a lot of themed events like Memphis in May. We've done the German Fest. We've done a night in Bordeaux. You know, so we've gone around the world with a lot of different flavors and different things like that people love. There's a lot of themed events that's happening right now with different folks.
Okay, great. Then this is for all of you. I'm going to start with you. So what do you got going on? I want to hear about these, because I'm liking this. I would have brought my pattern game up. I tried to keep it solid, but I see this is the move.
Well, the move is I dress on emotion.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning. I know what I'm going to do at work because I've thought about it all night. And some of my people say, why do you get dressed up to go to work in the morning? Is that why? I change. Mm-hmm. See, if you go to work looking good, you're going to get there and it's going to translate into everything you do. And when I'm finished, you know I got to go out.
Yeah, there you go.
So I got to be prepared.
Be ready.
But I'm a fashion major. It doesn't, nobody will know, but I'll tell you, I'm a fashion major. I stumbled into food by accident, and I took it that if I made food, it had to be a palette of color. Things that you see motivate you. Smell motivates you. Okay. So it was all that type of thing. And then David, look at David.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. So we got together.
I was gonna say we should get his socks.
Yeah.
I mean, did you get his socks? Like right there?
Don't take the shoes, though.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, it's a theme. I think every day's based on a theme. And when you're in the food business, I think going to the market and buying fresh, colorful berries, it's a theme. It makes you salivate for looking good, feeling good, eating healthy, so you could be the best you can be when you're out. I think that's what I get from it.
So that actually really touches on what motivates you and how you operate. Can I hear from you two about what really motivates you? We'll start with Dave. To kind of in your work, professional life, but also just your passion for the good life.
Well, what motivates me when I cook is not looking towards getting that paycheck at the end. I want to see a smile. I like to see people satisfied. I like to see you like, wow, this is a great experience I've had. You look at your wife or your husband and they're like blown away that they did something special by getting me in your house, So it feels good. And then there's a paycheck after that that says, he's coming back.
That ain't too bad.
Yeah, that's not
He's coming back tomorrow.
That's great.
So there's a lot of things that motivate me like that. I enjoy people. I love meeting people. It's a great experience in my job.
Excellent. Stuart?
Well, I actually like the creativity of it. We are almost third generational business. It's my grandfather was Sid, then my father and my uncle took it over, and then my brother and myself. But we really sort of had to reinvent the business. I mean, we're just, there's a whole casualization of America. People aren't dressing the way they used to. So we sort of had to take it to a different level and try to, not through smoke and mirrors, but it is a lifestyle business. And we really had to pound that into our customer base. And we feel we've got the right approach. And, that motivates me from my business perspective. I have 2 wonderful kids and a beautiful wife, so from a personal perspective, I get enough, motivation right there. But the paycheck ain't too bad. We do have to worry about that, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, especially if you want to keep looking like that, too.
No question.
So I wanted to also ask, how do you feel about when you're out and about and you see how you're dressed, and then you do see, like you said, it's kind of a different vibe right now. How do you feel when you're out there and you're kind of not bringing style back, but, more of a classic, like you have a sport coat on, you have a tie on? And do you find that the general public interacts with you differently at all, the different stations that you're at throughout the day?
Well, for me, I'm going to answer it one way. I went out one night and someone said to me, I know you're not in your 20s. And I said, how would you know? And she said, you have a pocket square. I guess people look at your style based on your age. I don't know. I mean, Stuart, I don't know if this...
I don't know if they talk about my socks that way, but,
But I think that for me, when I go out, I worry about how I genuinely feel and not what someone might think. That I dress for me, and I don't have any socks on.
Hey.
So,
but look at the shoes.
There might be some disconnect with the socks. Sorry, Stuart.
I'm a young guy. I don't know what you are.
But I dress on my feel. I mean, I'm also coming from work and things like that, so I had to kind of muddle it together. But I generally want to dress the way I feel. If it's it's the end of the day, casual sort of thing, yeah.
How about you throughout the day? How does it feel to be?
Well, it depends on if I want people to think I'm a mover, moving pianos or stuff like that. Because my build, people say, well, you're in a T-shirt. You're a private chef? Oh, yeah, I am. Really? What do you cook? You know, fried chicken? No, I don't do that. You know, no, I really cook food. But if I go out like this, it's a difference. It says a lot. You won't question me. You say, well, how much do you charge?
There you go.
Well, enough to buy another blazer. You know, but you know, dressing well determines how people perceive you or take you in, based on what you're offering.
Definitely. Well, for you, I mean, sure, everyone at your spot is on point too, but
we have a well-dressed staff. You know, it's interesting. I think that the younger generation is dressing well today. I think there's a whole movement towards American vendors, manufacturing. We carry quite a bit. In fact, we host events made in Massachusetts where there are some manufacturers that are coming about in Massachusetts. There's Alden, there's Fall River Shirt Company, which is New England Shirt Company today. So there are quite a few New England shirt clothing manufacturers. So we do promote that. We promote sort of the, dressing today, I think, has resonated with a younger customer, and that's exciting. I think that you'll see even more of it going forward. Definitely. Look at you, beautiful matching bow tie and pocket square.
Appreciate it. I wasn't kidding. I'm going to be by Mr. Sid.
You better.
So I wanted to play a quick game before we go. I want to ask each of you, what are some of your, or at least a favorite item that you've picked up? It could be pocket square, it could be a suit, Mr. Sid. And I want to ask you, what's your favorite event from Dave and your favorite food from Augie? So we can start right here and then just go right down.
My favorite thing, tie. I must say, even the tie I have on today is one of my favorites. Nice. It says everything about who I am. Gotcha. Bright, bold, but still.
Still classy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My favorite thing from Augie, or
you can do both, actually, if you want.
Well, I would say my favorite slice from Augie was a pizza that was made with peaches and bacon.
Ooh.
You know, it was delicious.
I'm going to get that tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Peaches are out of season. No.
And at Mr. Sid, you know, I love coming into Mr. Sid because they pamper me, they take care of me. You know, they make sure what I put on fits my personality. So I can't put it to one thing. It's a experience.
Yeah. You?
Well, we host a number of events, and some of them obviously, we give back to charity, and but we do this event. It's Memphis in May, and there is a legitimate Memphis in May barbecue fest. My brother has been to it, and we have sort of brought this back to Massachusetts in some regards, and Dave does all the cooking for all of our events. He's got the best ribs. I mean, you have no idea how busy we are. It's just a tremendous event. I must say, by far, the best ribs that I've had. And I've tried to get into the business with him, but he doesn't want to be a restaurateur. So, Augie, Steve brings pizzas by the store all the time, and I'm a plain Jane guy. I like plain. His is creative, and I like plain cheese, delicious, thin crust, like nothing you've ever eaten.
What are you saying, Stuart? What are you saying?
I love your pizza.
Margarita slice.
I love you too.
All right, well, thank you guys. That was great. And we're going to be back in a few. We're going to have a quick break, but stay tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. That was all.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you. When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it. Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Oh gosh, I forgot it. Her nurse. Claim number? Her personal assistant. Let me just grab her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together, we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's
Wow.
right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Get out to the forest.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Hey, guys, wait up! And discover the wonders of nature with your family. These trees are the key to our way of life. Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
An endless forest adventure.
Let's rock this jungle! Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest!
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
So we are back. We're nearing the end of the show, but we kept our guests up here for just a little longer because they're pretty interesting. I wanted to talk to you guys also about just overall the concept of when you were talking about fashion and food. What would you say? Who are some people right now out in the entertainment industry? Because I kind of lump food as part of the entertainment industry to some degree. I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay, Hell's Kitchen lately. Who are some folks out and about, just popular people? We really appreciate their style, and they could be be from pretty much anywhere. But anyone in the entertainment industry or just public figures, we can maybe we'll start actually down here this time. I don't know if you have anybody.
Someone that I actually respect, I think he looks fantastic, is Brian Williams. I think he always looks pretty sharp. His ties are always beautifully put together, and he's just somewhat conservative, but I've always sort of respected him. I think Matt Lauer dresses beautifully. This is sort of the Mr. Sid kind of a look. It's classic, timeless, sharp. We have a variety of different looks, but that's sort of the look we are known for. So I do respect those guys. I think they look great.
Sharp. About you, Dave?
Well, there's a number of people. I don't want to start saying names because I might get them all.
Okay. But
there's quite a few people that I admire. Boston for what they do and inspiration that keeps me going.
Gotcha. So Boston, anybody maybe internationally or wanna?
Right off the top of the head right now, I can't
Gotcha.
really get it, but it's there.
Gotcha. How about you? You don't have to say me, Steve. You don't.
I was going to say me.
Oh, okay.
I look in the mirror every day and I say, wow, what more can you do? But as far as food goes, I love watching the Food Network. I mean, people don't believe me when I say Bobby Flay, but Bobby Flay is my all-time favorite for fast food. When I say fast food, putting something together quick, make it colorful, taste good.
You've been to the Burger Palace?
I've been to the Burger Palace, but that I wouldn't use that as my example. But I think over watching the foods, I mean, I grew when I came back to Boston, Gordon Hammersley. French cuisine, simple, full flavor, nice food. But clothes, any room I'm ever in, I'll see somebody wearing something that I could jump off. There's a jump off on everything.
Take that and flip it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Nice. Okay.
So giving one person credit wouldn't be fair. I give everybody credit.
Okay.
I feel bad now. Sort of, you know, I pinpointed
Well, no,
two guys.
you actually answered the question, so that was great. But I do like your responses as well. So.
Well, I'm not the politician that these guys are. You know.
Well, I'm a very picky guy.
He's
handsome.
Matt Lauer.
He's my man. He's my man.
So another question for you guys: what are you guys listening to now? What are some of the other aspects of you know your lifestyle and your personality that really enjoy as far as music and films? I'd say, like, what are you listening to, and what's the last movie you saw? It doesn't have to be recent film or music for that matter.
Movies. Geez. I watched the Tom Ford movie. I don't know if, and it was fashion, and I think it was called Black and Blue or something like this. But I love that thing for just getting me. But I can't reveal the music. You got to be in my car.
Oh, okay. Got to take a ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gets high. It gets low.
So we'll report back on that then. How about you?
Well, based on my style of cooking, I could listen to rap, I could listen to hip hop, I could listen to classical music, I could listen to it all.
Okay.
You know, I just love getting in the kitchen and getting to that vibe of maybe a lounge. Or if I want to get radical, I could click to Rick Ross or Lil Wayne or something.
There you
like
go.
That, you know, but the flavor comes out right.
See.
And I have a variety of things that I listen to myself. Everything from jazz to little hip hop. You know, there's some actually some musical talent in my family. My grandfather was an opera singer actually in New York, and so you know there's that variety, and then you know there's jazz that I've. George Wein is my father's uncle, and you know so we've got there's a lot of different influences in our lives, but I'm all over the board,
Yeah. And about any films for you two guys? Anything that stands out? Because some films bring out this classic style. I mean, you could go to like Casablanca. I mean, you can go that classic or other things like that. Any films that have like a style or something you really appreciate?
Big Night. You've ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Big Night?
Yeah. That's
when
yours.
The brothers were cooking the fancy stuff, and the dude down the street was cooking like regular stuff.
And that was.
Big Night. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm a Muppet movie fan. You know, Mike is Jason Segel, who wrote the movie. I'm a big fan of him, and Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
great.
That's my man. So I gotta go with him.
I'll go with Batman.
Ooh. Okay.
Love Batman.
Yeah. Batman.
That's enough said. All right. Well. So Batman. I was just thinking. I was like, I can see you all in the, got the cape on, you cooking, you ready, making it happen.
Cape on, right?
Yeah, the cape just ready. Utility belts.
Just don't let the cape get on the fire.
Hey, there you go. So, just one more question for y'all, and then we definitely are wrapping up. But I wanted to say, if you had to talk about what you think style is in the Boston area, where you see it going in like the next decade, when. Like, where do you see the classic, it's reemerging, as Stuart mentioned, that continuing, or more radical shifts, or anything coming in from other areas in the world? Like, we can start with you, like, the next 10 years.
It's interesting. I mean, I've lived here my whole life, went to Boston College, and I've seen a tremendous amount of change, over the last few years. And long story short, I guess, is that I've seen a tremendous change, and you do see a lot of the influence of the younger generation taking over. Boston is changing, both in the way they dress, the restaurants, everything that's that's around us. So.
Great. Well, thank you. We actually are going to wrap up now, but I'd like to thank our guests again, and we want